Hello again everyone, Marcus here. I review stuff today. I'm reviewing the song Monotonia by the Growlers. As usual, this song comes to you as a request from one of my viewers, so if you would like to get your song reviewed, just do what they did. Leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to add it to my list. The list is like infinity songs long at this point, so, eventually we'll get to it. But at least getting it on the list is a good first start. So anyway, I've heard a few songs by the Growlers at this point, all of them being here on this channel. And I gotta say, I've generally liked what I've heard from the Growlers, but I think I mentioned it in the last song I did from them, which is like, I don't know if they've really blown me away yet, or if they've really like grabbed my attention quite yet. I compare it to sort of like King Gizzard. Like when I first started reacting to King Gizzard here on the channel, like you guys introduced me to them, and I enjoyed what I heard for the most part, but I just didn't quite get it yet. And I feel like the Growlers are kind of in the same vein for me, where like I generally enjoy what they're doing, but I'm not like a super fan. I'm not super hooked yet. Whereas with King Gizzard, I have, eventually I obviously became hooked, loved the band. I'm hoping the same thing happens to the Growlers, because again, I can generally see like the talent, the skill, and I can see that like they have a lot of very passionate fans and everything, so they got to be doing something right. It's just I haven't quite found like a good run of songs that where I'm like, yeah, okay, this band is like up here for me now, right? So hopefully this will be one of them. Let's jump in. No pressure, of course, to the person who just requested this, but let's jump into it. Again, this is Monotonia, the Growlers. Here we go. Also, got the official video. Hopefully, it doesn't get blocked. But we'll find out.
Well, nothing quite ever comes out right when you're trying to say something clean. It's hard to hide from the thrashing knives. Nobody cares about a junkie's dream, more of a sucker than a fiend. It's hard to turn down a smiling friend when everything becomes a scene. You can't make old dreams brand new again. Y la monotonía es un asesino lento. Y la monotonía es un asesino lento. Un asesino lento. Sleep can get in the way most times. Dreams can lead you to the middle of nowhere. Still better hitch a ride on a dream than to rot with your thumb in the air. Y la monotonía es un asesino lento. Y la monotonía es un asesino lento. Un asesino lento. Another cigarette, another stiff drink. Getting tired of the same things. Nobody needs another empty reason. Just something to believe in. Nothing quite ever comes out right when you're trying to say something clean. It's hard to hide from the thrashing knives. Nobody cares about a junkie's dream, more of a sucker than a fiend. It's hard to turn down a smiling friend when everything becomes a scene. You can't make old dreams brand new again. Y la monotonía es un asesino lento. Y la monotonía es un asesino lento. Un asesino lento.
All right, yeah, I really like that one. That was really good. I was not expecting the Spanish at all. That's honestly took me by surprise, and so yeah, and it's funny because I don't remember off the top of my head what the last song I listened to from the Growlers was, but I remember saying the same thing at the beginning that like I was kind of waiting for that song from them to like really capture my imagination and kind of propel them to the next level for me. And I think that last song that I did from them, again, struggling to remember the name off the top of my head, but I think it really did it for me where I was like, okay, these guys are legit. And I feel like this one, funnily enough, added to that where I'm like, okay, these guys got some good music. And so, like I said, I mean, I'm just kind of, we're building it up slowly but surely, kind of building up my enjoyment of their music, to where they might become like kind of a pillar, a staple of my playlist. And so, yeah. Anyway, let's break that one down piece by piece, like we always do. Of course, starting with the lyrics. Again, not really expecting the Spanish, so I didn't put anything through a translator. We'll have to hope that, we can get a translation in here somehow. I do want to read this about section. It says Monotonia is a single track released by the Growlers in 2014. The official music video for the track, directed by Benny Estrada, was released on June 18th to 2014. Yeah, I saw, like, when I clicked on the YouTube video, I saw that it said like 9 years ago, and I was like, man, that's forever ago, like 2009 or something like that, right? And I guess I'm just one of those millennials that struggles with like the concept of time because looking at this fact that 2014 was like 9 years ago, I'm like, oh shit, I'm old now. Anyway, let's take a look at those lyrics. Nothing quite ever comes out right when you try to say something clean. It's hard to hide from the trashing. It's hard to hide from the thrashing nights. Nobody cares about a junkie's dream. More of a sucker than a fiend, it's hard to turn down a smiling friend. When everything becomes a scene, you can't make old dreams brand new again. So it's interesting. Nothing ever comes out right when you try to say something clean. It's hard to hide from the thrashing nights. Nobody cares about a junkie's dreams. So yeah, to me it sounds like drug addiction. And when he's trying to say something clean, it's like when he tries to talk sobriety, it's kind of one of those hard conversations, or it's a hard thing for him to do. And then again, more of a sucker than a fiend. So it's like I'm not necessarily that fiend who like has to get their next hit. I'm just kind of a sucker, right? I'm addicted. I'm kind of a loser. I'm a jabroni. When everything becomes a scene, you can't make old dreams brand new again. I'm hoping this is gonna, when I click on it, it's gonna translate. The line translates to monotony is a slow murder in Spanish. In other words, monotony kills you slowly. Okay, and so maybe that's what ends up driving you towards addiction, or maybe that's what addiction creates, is that monotony, right? Getting that hit, kind of going through your day, getting that hit, going through your day, that kind of thing. Or maybe the monotony is the reason that they turned to drugs in the first place, right? They felt like they needed something to kind of spice up their life, and this was what they turned to. I don't know. Sleep will get in the way most times. Dreams will lead you to the middle of nowhere. Still rather hitch a ride on a dream than to rot with your thumb in the air. That is a pretty great line. Still rather hitch a ride on a dream than to rot your thumb in the air, because dreams will lead you to the middle of nowhere most times, right? And yeah, I mean, we all have had our big dreams. We've all had our huge goals that just don't quite pan out, right? But ultimately what he's saying is it's better to have those dreams and not hit them than to just be fine with going nowhere, that kind of thing, right? So monotony is, what was it again? Monotony is a slow murder. Monotony is a slow murder. Another cigarette, another stiff drink, getting tired of the same things. Nobody needs another empty reason, just some to believe in. Nothing quite ever comes out right when you try to say something clean. It's hard to hide from the thrashing nights. Nobody cares about a junkie's dream. More of a sucker than a fiend. It's hard to turn down a smiling friend. When everything becomes a scene, you can't make old dreams brand new again. And the monotony is a slow murder, slow death, something like that. I forget what it was. Yeah, slow death. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I do think there is, a hint of, again, being about drug addiction. Not entirely sure if that's what creates the monotony, or if the drug addiction was in response to monotony, or if, again, the junkie's dream. I'm also wondering if it's not even about addiction. If sort of the junkie's dream is that sort of dream of showbiz, right, where people will say like, "You're crazy for that," right? And so kind of comparing that lofty idea that maybe one day I can make it in showbiz, sort of being similar to the kind of ramblings or goings on that a junkie would kind of come up with. I don't know. A couple of different ways I feel like you could take it, but regardless, I enjoy the way it was written. I always kind of like a song that's open to interpretation. I give it 2 big thumbs up lyrically. As far as instrumentation and vocals go, I feel like instrumentally this one was pretty chill sounding, but I liked that about it. Like, it was very easy to kind of follow along to. Guitar sounded great. It was just like, all right, this is like a cool, chill song to listen to. Vocally, I like also kind of that droning, almost monotonous, monotone vocal style. I thought that really worked for what they were kind of getting at in this song. It sounded very dreamy, I think, both vocally and instrumentally. Just honestly a great listen. Just don't really have any complaints. 2 big thumbs up instrumentally and vocally. As far as replay value goes, I think this one's pretty solid. I think this one honestly makes the playlist, so pretty excited to hear it again. I'll give it 2 thumbs up for replay value as well. Again, overall a pretty good song, so thank you so much for whoever requested this one. As always, if you enjoyed the music as much as I did, you should definitely go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. And if you enjoy what you saw here today on the channel, consider supporting the channel by doing all the normal stuff you do on YouTube. Like and subscribe and comment with your requests, because after all, that's how we got this one. And you can even check the description if you'd like to follow me on Twitch, TikTok, or Instagram. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.